I'm Gray Mitchell, CISO and Vice President of Advisory Services for IDM Works. IDM Works is a consultancy practice that is focused solely on identity and access management, and one of SailPoint's top partners, winning SailPoint's America's Partner of the Year 3 of the past 4 years. Over hundreds of engagements, we've honed in on 10 proven steps to ensure your identity governance strategy can successfully support a cloud-first initiative, cloud migration strategies, evolving customer identity requirements, as a service consumption models, and ultimately serve as the center point of the future of your identity security program. First, start with a gap analysis. You have to know where you are in order to know where you're going. So do a full assessment of your capabilities from an identity and access management perspective. And then look into the future and say, what would an ideal state look like for my company? And from there, you can do a gap analysis to say, how am I going to get from here to where I want to be? And that will then become your roadmap. Number 2, embrace your stakeholders and user communities. We here at IDM Works always recommend that you create what we call an identity governance council. And this council is made up of a coalition of people from across your company that all would play a part in identity and access management, from HR to internal audit, to your help desk, to your server admins, to your application owners, to your business owners. Be able to understand what their requirements are and what their needs from an identity and access management program will get them. And from there, you will build trust inside of your own company, which will only lead to success. Number 3, don't forget the data. Data cleanliness in an IGA project is crucial. Do the hard work and the discipline before you start ingesting data into your IGA platform. And this will only give you returns on the end, because the worst part of doing certifications or trying to do access requests when all the entitlements are named something that nobody has no clue what it is, you're only going to run into roadblocks. So go ahead and take the time to clean up your data before bringing it into your IGA. Number 4, inventory and prioritize the application landscape. Every company has tons of applications that they want to integrate into your IGA solution for whatever reason, whether it's identity lifecycle management, provisioning, automation, role-based security, or certifications of access. But the crucial thing that you have to understand is that you have to come up with a methodology of how you're going to determine what applications you're going to integrate. Is it the application that has the most users? Is it the application that has the most sensitive data? Come up with a way to make these decisions with your identity governance group so that you can all work together to integrate these applications. Number 5, embrace an agile mindset and methodologies and a DevOps approach to implementing applications into your IGA solution. Focus on how you can drive business value faster. Using an agile methodology will allow you to do 2-week sprints. It allows you to get more information into the stakeholders' hands so that you can show that this program is actually working. Number 6, think bigger. Align the adjacent technologies and the value and the use cases that come along with them into your overall strategy. Think about integrating your IGA solution with your PAM solution, with your data access governance solution, with your access and authentication solution so that you can get all of these technologies working together. When you do that, it really maximizes the investment you're making into all of these technologies, and you get the benefit of all of them working together, thus giving you a bigger coverage from a security perspective. Number 7, don't underestimate cloud complexity. Every company is trying to move to the cloud, whether it's with IaaS or with PaaS or just using SaaS applications. Make sure that you take these environments and architectures into consideration when you're building out your IAM strategy. Oftentimes, the cloud team is working in a silo and they're building things without consideration of what you're building inside of your own identity program. So make sure you break down those walls of those silos and make sure you're integrating your cloud solutions into your identity program. Number 8, deploy, test, document, train, rinse, and repeat. This is the discipline of identity and access management, and especially when it comes to IGA. We need to make sure that when you deploy these technologies, that you're documenting what the workflows are, what the processes are. Test to make sure that they are functioning exactly how the requirements are spelled out and are documented. And then as you go through the motion of adding on more and more applications, continue to maintain this discipline of documenting what is going on in your environment. And that will only pay off in the end when something undoubtedly breaks, or they've upgraded the applications or changed the processes. You've got your documentation to go back to update and validate the way it's supposed to work. Number 9, come armed with KPIs. And when I say KPIs, these are key performance indicators. Identity and access management is a huge investment for a company. Not only is it going to change the way companies are going to work, it's a large financial investment. And so you need to prove to the executives that what you're doing in your identity program is paying off. And you do that through KPIs, whether it's reduced time to get someone onboarded, or the number of calls to the help desk for password resets. Find out what KPIs are going to resonate the best with your executive board and continuously feed them those metrics. Number 10, revisit organizational requirements and adjust quickly. The business is going to change. Your identity program is going to be ongoing forever. Identity is here to stay. And so as the business changes, you need to be flexible enough to be able to change with it. So make sure you invest in building out your identity governance program and have the stakeholders give you those requirements so that the business doesn't move without telling you. You want to be able to be an enabler for the business. You don't want to get left behind. So make sure you keep up with the business requirements. Thanks for joining me for this fast and furious run through of the top 10 things to make your identity program more successful. If you have any questions at all about any one of these topics, please come by our booth. We'd be happy to talk to you. Thanks again.
It's time. Elevate your IAM strategy and programs with IDMWorks, the identity experts.